Alright, we already got that. I heard that Sir Ashley was planning on returning to Astral, but that he'd be keeping it low-key. This one appears to be a tulip. What's happening? What is that place? That's the biggest entertainment venue in all of Astral, the arena of Tatroi. Skilled fighters from all over the world come here to go one-on-one against a variety of monsters for fame and fortune. The audience sounds like they're really into it. I might want to check it out later. Okay, but later means later and not now. Town is so big! This one is a house. You can find a few precious gems in the Astral Cave. There's a trick to finding them, but you'll know it if you see it. Okay. Item shop The Fighting Merchant. We have plenty of items for you to use in battle. I'm short on cash now. Oh, items. These kinds of items I really need. Pet food. Food meant for animals, although some use better ingredients than even human dishes. Okay. So do that for a shopping trip, I guess. Herbal fruit to restore HP. We need a lot of that. MP less so, because Resurrection Elixir I don't have enough to buy more than a lot of that. Hey, whoa! Can't just go buying random gems. Come back soon! Okay, so I was going to devour the sun. Alright. Put them on the same screen, don't even connect them. There's this group of people called the Old Race that went away before I was born. Do you know why? Because they were me! Food shop, Feast of Victory. Oh no. Such emotes. If you want to fight well, you've got to eat well too. Alright, I get it. I'll eat another watering can. Okay. All very nice things that I can't afford. Id's Hardware. Oh. Yeah, I didn't even go in this one. If you're planning on fighting in the arena, you want the best weapons you can afford. Okay, I can't afford a single one of these things, because I've only got 90 full. But there are things here that are better, that I might have to save up for. These towns are so big. You go in Astral City? No. Alright then. Again, I have a reflection in the water. Home. When I was a young boy, we were in the middle of a series of wars that were far more violent and bloodier than the fighting you see today. They were called the Demonic Wars. Such demons. Okay. Another tulip. Everybody in this business knows who he is. You can count on one hand the number of warriors who can use the Adol fighting style as skillfully as Sir Ashley. I heard that a famous swordsman recently visited Tatroi. I wonder if he's still here. You mean Sir Ashley? He must be! People keep talking about him. Spectacles. I've heard that ruins of the old race, even dating back to before the demonic wars, can be found all across the world. Rumor has it that a large one can be found on the outskirts of Sylvalant. We're not going to Sylvaland, are we? We're going to check out this arena as soon as we stop and save. Wait, hold on, there's more on this side too, right? What? Oh, is this castle? I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Oh, cave. Look, you're free to do what you want, but I'm telling you, avoid these caves. The only people who go in them are adventurers or drunks. Guess what? I think we're both of those. Exit. Save. Okay. Eating another house. It is Macro March. I mean... oh boy. Monsters shouldn't be allowed to split. Are you thinking of competing? All the girls I know dream of being chosen to hand out the victory bouquets. The trick is to give them no chance to attack. I heard that there's a group of adventurers that specialize in capturing monsters alive to use them in the arena matches. I'm sure you have to be a pretty seasoned fighter to be able to catch Pokemon. To do that. Oh dear, I think I fell asleep again. I love Highlander sword fighters, they're just so dynamic. I wouldn't jump in the stands if I were you. Those monsters will just pounce on you. You know something? I think you look pretty dashing fighting down there. Alright. These fights have got me excited like a little boy. But that move left an after image. Yes, I'm talking to everybody. Hush. The arena sure is an exciting place. Ain't nothing like it back home. Oh? I heard that the storyline changes a bit depending on who you choose to bring into your party. Really? I'm really supposed to be at work, but there's no way I'm missing this match. Missing this match. I'm starting to lose my initial excitement. I hope those fighters start showing a bit more pizzazz out there. That's not gonna happen. Ooh, keep it up, you've got it! Can't stand it, I'm a fighter, not a spectator. If only I was strong enough. Wow, it's exactly like everyone told me it would be. That trip from Ekdart was so worth it. Ekdart? Oh my god, oh my god! Look at me acting like a teenager. Oh no, the fourth wall. Judging by that sword swing, I'd say he knows the Adoral fighting style. Eldir, it's called? What's that monster called? What the? Where'd he pull that move out of? Was he just saving it this whole time? Exciting, isn't it? Whoa, did you see that? This is some edge-of-the-seat stuff. I'd recommend alchemy and customization, and maybe crafting. Just 10 years ago I could have hacked that monster into pieces. Combos are where it's at. Nothing feels better than smoothly flowing from one attack to the next. A swordswoman lives and dies by her sword. Excuse me, but have you seen my son? I seem to have lost him in this crowd. You'll see. Someday I'll make an appearance in that fighting pit and make the crowds go wild. I think I'll go to the bathroom or something. Just because you're bored? I know what he's going back there for. That's disappointing. He might be popular, but he sure doesn't know how to fight. Whoa, did you see that? Awesome! It's very difficult to master music and performance because they require many different talents. Did I talk to you? Is Robert going to show up or not? We're really supposed to be at work. Yeah, we talked to you. There's so many people here. I wonder how many there are. Nothing from you? I'm one of the monster catchers. But so far, I've only managed to capture a few weak ones. We need a master ball or something. Do I dare get closer to the edge of the stands? Close enough to get hit by flying blood? Whoa, steady, steady. Whew, I thought I was going to fall over. That monster's just way too strong. How can they move around like that with all that heavy armor on? You think anyone can beat those monsters in the top rank? You can do it, Daddy! You've got it. Keep it up. Woo-ha! It's the most exciting sport in the world! Did you manage to talk to everyone in the stands? I managed to do it, so I'm sure you can. Well, this is a bit too violent for young children, isn't it? Come on, let's go somewhere else. Somewhere we can be alone. Just one more match and then I'll go home, okay? That fighter's amazing. I think he's gonna win. That monster's scary. Ooh boy, watching all this fighting really takes me back. I think I'd be able to make some really powerful weapons if I were to become a blacksmith. When I was your age, there was a man who was something of a hero of the arena. Dad, have you seen my dad? Yes. Come on, you can do it. Oh, come on, I can't see anything from here. I can just forget about my worries when I'm here. Let's go closer to the front. I wish my eyesight was better so I could see what's going on. You're a sword fighter? Aren't you gonna fight? Oh, my back. I wonder if Tammy's alright. Well, her back is aching. Really gotta be a guy to appreciate this sport. Gatekeeping! I can't hear a thing with everyone making so much noise. Did someone tell that old man to pipe down? Old man. What are you doing? You're completely open! Guard your side! Guard your... Good! Now, hit him from above! From above, you numbskull! This is way too much excitement for me to handle. I think I'm going to pass out if I watch anymore. The level of a specialty is based on the average levels of the required skills. Okay. See that girl next to me? She's hot! Oh, come on. Objectification. That dude's really strong. I'm gonna fight in the arena someday too, but I'm a bit scared when I think about it. It's almost over. I've got to keep my faith in it. Alright. I think that's everybody. I want anybody to feel left out. That the big hero didn't talk to them. I wish I was a bit stronger. What? You just put that fourth wall back up. Sorry, it's flimsy today. This entrance is for registered combatants only. We can't let you through here unless you've entered into a match. Where do I sign up? I'm here to answer any questions you might have about fighting in the arena. What do you want to know about? Alright, requirements. There are no requirements for entry. The fighting pit is open to everyone. That, oh boy. Rules. You're free to fight using weapons, spells, or even with your bare hands. Victory in any rank requires defeating 5 monsters in a row. If you manage to beat all 5 monsters before losing all your health, you win! Well, otherwise, you die. Ranks. There are a total of, I think that's an 8. 8 ranks from H to A. Yeah, 8. Everyone starts at the lowest rank, rank H. With every victory, you'll be able to compete in the next highest rank. Winning in rank H, for example, will allow you to compete in rank G the next time. But be careful, the monsters become progressively tougher as the rank increases. Prizes! You'll receive a gift basket as a prize for winning, the contents of which are hand-chosen for your current rank. Higher ranks offer more valuable prizes, so think of that as your incentive. Gift basket. For the warriors. Use of items. You will need to temporarily hand over all food and healing items before entering the fighting pit. We will instead supply you with a number of our own items that you may use during combat. Certain items dropped by monsters may be used as well, but these will be taken back at the end of the match. Any unused items will need to be turned in at this time as well. Okay, so you get a fixed inventory. Victory in rank A. Winning in rank A doesn't mean that you can't compete again. Anyone who's run in rank A is welcome to once again compete in rank A. However, you will not receive any items for winning. You will instead receive a cash prize. Okay. I managed to make it to rank D, but the monsters after that are so strong that my attacks don't seem to hurt them at all. My. Be careful, some of the monsters are capable of turning you into stone. Alright, this is the recovery room. Alright, we might give that a try. That doesn't really accord with our current quest, but can't just leave the arena in Tatroi still rank H. Let's also check out these private actions. It's so hot here, and I get a feeling it's not just because of the climate. Then what do you think it might be? Question mark. Okay, so you know, Elia said she wanted to check this part out. Is she to find the people wherever they might happen to be? Yeah, here are you. Whoa! Here you are, Arceus. These guys are all wusses. Just looking at them pisses me off. Okay. Oh, there's you. It's such a rush. Fighting in front of such a huge crowd, I'd find it a little tough to concentrate. Okay. Alright, so I'll go back, hit save, and we'll give it at least one shot before we head to Astral Castle. Where could Million Bronix be? Yeah, that's, I guess, the reason why we need to keep exploring the world, because we don't know. Like, we saw a flashback of where they were. Well, not really a flashback, you know. Kind of an aside. I don't think it was any place like this. No. Here's where you sign up to enter. Do you want to sign up? Sure. Who'll be competing? Roddick. Alright, Roddick, you'll be competing in rank H. In the fighting pit, you may only use the items we provide you with. 4 blueberries. 4 blackberries. We're good out there. Oh dear. We have a challenger. You better not lose. Knock him dead. Let the fights begin. Round 1. Okay, so how bad are we talking?
Let's go!
It's just a fella. Beat up a fella. Maybe. Oh,
Light ray blade!
okay. Well, we still have to beat,
was
like,
way
what?
too fast.
5, did it say? There's a higher route. Next! Round 2.
Let's go!
Some kind of slime.
Light ray blade! Yeah.
Sure.
Wish they could have lasted longer.
Yes. Round 3.
Let's go!
Fella. Out in 2
Wish
shots.
they could have lasted longer.
Okay, clearly we're above rank H. I guess. Next. Round 4.
Let's go!
Oh, these guys.
Light ray blade!
Hey, no, hey! Not good.
That was way too fast.
Alright, I'll probably... Wait. Next. Final round.
Let's go!
Oh, it's one of you. Okay. Okay, before I do anything... Blueberry me. Alright.
Light ray blade! Light ray blade! Light ray blade! Light ray blade!
Hey! Yeah, you don't get to just throw rocks at me. Okay.
That was way too fast. I can feel the power flowing.
Such power. Yes, I did it! Our new challengers emerged victorious with a convincing performance in rank H. A warm round of applause for Roddick. Handing out the victory bouquet is Princess Musky. It's a bouquet. Are you sure they would get a gift basket? We've also got a fantastic prize to give away to Roddick. A medical set. One more round of applause for the victor. Until next time, good fighting. That was some exciting stuff. Great job. Okay, but... did we really get anything decent out of it?